Hey there, how you doing, friend? I hope you are well and feeling amazing today. We're connecting into your energies, Pisces. Sun, moon, and rising will be the most dominant. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's see what's going on in. Just clearing the deck. I've got some of the final bookings that have come through. So awesome. I'll be connecting with you in the next couple of days. And then I've got some private ones booked for next week. If you're still interested in getting access to the special birthday offer, please join us. I look forward to connecting with you there. If you want to learn more on what the offer is for the private readings and the special gift, details are in the Soul Collective, so you can jump in there. There's no cost. It's the second link below. We do energy updates, and we've got a few hundred people in there, and we just connect in, support each other's spiritual journey. All right. And there is some free training and programs in there to help support you along the way. All right, guys, let's see what the main energy is and what we need to know. I feel like there's a little bit of tension that's being released. That's what the energy feels like through this right now. Okay. Ooh, okay, Pisces. Look, I do expect, a little bit of intensity coming to the end of the week, but it can be a good thing. I always try to look at everything positive in terms of what's happening, what's coming through. It's to support you, okay, at the end of the day. Now, the star energy, the moon, and the 9 of Wands. Again, I feel a little bit of pressure here on something that you're wanting, something that you perhaps are trying to connect into, still can't see. Maybe you could be in an energy right now where there's this, sometimes the thoughts that take a little bit of your energy, your power, where your thoughts can kind of go a bit down the rabbit hole. You might be trying to control them as well, hoping that maybe the things that you are looking at or sensing that, again, aligning it to your intuition, to your fears, to, what is that for you? I feel that's been coming up a little lately, and you're just feeling a little stirred on subconsciously. Maybe stuff's coming up. You do have the 9 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Death energy. I do feel something that you're really wanting here, that you're holding out for. I do feel for some of you, and with love, you may be creating or experiencing just some energy that is not making you feel too great in your thinking. Okay, is making you perhaps feel, I just feel like energy being drawn from you. But this could also be too that something that you're wanting to release, or something that you're wanting to understand about yourself. And this, I feel like there's a subdivision within you right now of the thing that you're hoping for, and something else meeting that and desiring that. And I do feel it has to do with a person or a situation that is out of your control, but at the same time, the way that you show up and the way you present yourself is obviously going to have a key part to this, right? Sometimes, and I don't know why this is coming through, but sometimes I think it's really important to remember, if you were feeling in the best energy, the best version of yourself, you're at a place where you just feel on top of the world, what would you no longer accept? Because I think sometimes we settle a little bit because we might be feeling a certain thing, or we haven't captured exactly what we want yet, and sometimes forget we want to create space for those things. And I think, I'm sorry if it sounds a little bit confusing, because the energy feels a little bit confusing, this energy, and confusing in a sense of everything that we experience is our perception and our reality. But I feel like there's a little rabbit hole, a little tunnel that you're going down on something right now that's taking a little bit, It's taken your energy, and I think you're trying to manage it. That's what it feels like, because I think you just want to be like, claim who you are, but also be claimed in other things, and people recognizing that as well. How amazing you are, how supportive you are, how caring you are. That again, when you're doing really well, and even when you're not doing well, like, and when I say well, like feeling the best version of you, I think there's still these aspects of you that just want to be accepted fully in you. And what a difference it makes when you just have that one person that believes in you, or that person who gives you that energy and that confirmation. Sometimes even that permission to be you and be loved and be fully accepted as you are. There's something about this that I feel is coming up under the layers of it all, like under the layers, because this 3 of Cups and the 8 of Swords is like, you're really hoping that you win in something. You're really hoping that you're being seen and accepted and loved and appreciated, where you can feel connected and feel good at where you are too. But there's something that's bothering you about a situation. They do say in this energy right now, as we're coming up to the end of the week, whether we're seeing things for what they are, but eventually we are going to. And maybe, that can be a beautiful thing in a way of like, yeah, I know who I am. I know what I deserve. I know what I want to be, how I want to feel around certain people or situations. And I think there's another part of you, and naturally, that if you do put barriers, if you do put boundaries, if you do put your foot down, or ask the hard questions, that you're going to be met with having to make a decision. Are you settling, or are you stepping forward in your truth? And I think there's something here that does need to shift out. But I do feel like you're spending a fair bit of time here to really assess the situation. But that indecision, I feel, is going to come to an end. It's like you're going to make a choice. Something's going to come and approach you here that you feel like, yes, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to connect into. This is where I want to build, or this could be related to a person, some form of work, but it's coming in. If you've been confused or not having the full clarity or feeling a bit clouded, maybe you got a bit of brain fog, maybe you're just feeling a bit out of whack intuitively relating to traumas or to certain things that are coming up. I feel like all that stuff that you're worried about, because I feel like there's something that you really want here, Pisces, but I can see there's a worry about it. There's something here that you're just not satisfied in. And I feel like you're trying to really squeeze as much as you can out of the situation and at the same time hold back to see and assess it for what it is. And I feel like there's something that's going to shift and change here. And whatever you've been confused about, whatever's been a bit clouded, whatever, that you're trying to understand with your intuition, it's going to arrive and it's going to be clear. And in its own way, it's kind of giving me a silver platter. Like, here it is. What do you want to do with it? Okay. And sometimes that silver platter, look, and then the Justice card. Sometimes that silver platter is not something that's just handed to you and you haven't done the work or anything like that. This is a silver platter, kind of like someone passing towards you, bringing in front of you the thing that you've wanted. And sometimes when that thing that you want, and then you might go, that looks great, but it may not fully satisfy you. Maybe there's a missing piece, or maybe it is everything that you wanted. And then that little bit again of like, okay, I've got to take this now and do something with it. So I think you're going to have a bit of pressure and a bit of choice, but it's a really powerful thing and a really good thing for you. And you get to decide what you want to do with it, okay? You really do get to decide, but you may look at it a bit differently than you once would have, is how I feel with the energy. Underneath, we have got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Judgment energy. We've got the Two of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Okay. This is good, Pisces, because it's further confirming here that how you feel about something is going to tell you a lot. It's going to give you that yes energy. It's going to give you that excitement. And I think that's what it is that you're waiting for, to be able to make a decision or to be able to kind of be satisfied. Because there's something about being satisfied, the satisfaction of something that gives you that Yes, this is it. This is it. But I still think there's something stirring underneath, and you get to decide. And I think it's going to become clear to you what this is with this Two of Swords and Ace of Swords energy. Let's see where this is all going. Where is this all going for Pisces? Where is this all going for our Pisces? So we've got the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We have got the Hierophant energy. We've got the Hermit. We've got the Page of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Wow. And the Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful. And underneath the Ten of Cups. How nice is that? Lovely, Pisces. Lovely. Okay, so whatever is showing up here, you're going to see it. It's not something that you can miss. It's not, again, it's like something is being presented. You know how I said to you, kind of that silver platter. It's like it's kind of like, where did we have? It was underneath the Seven of Cups. It's like all these things going to be presented to you. And what do you want? What do you want to take? And I think that's kind of what's going to come up here for you. And you get to choose. It's like you can close your eyes, put your hands on your heart and feel each energy in each cup to recognize how it makes you feel. And a part of that, you get to step into each situation and each scenario to connect in to what that feels like for you when you step into it as if it's yours now, right? And I think there's some power that you have with this situation or these next steps that you're taking, because something is being presented and it's something that can't be ignored. In addition to what's being presented, I feel like it's going to put you in a position that you can really build upon. You can really build upon your foundation with this Four of Pentacles energy, because the Four of Pentacles, while it can sometimes be a lack or holding on to, this energy is more energies, more than one energy balancing itself out for a place to land and grow. And with this Hierophant and the Hermit, something just doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey. It's experiences. Whether it's a new connection, a new love relationship, a new friendship, a new job, each day grows into something more. The more time, the more effort, the more energy put into something, it develops into something. What that is subject to the course, okay? It's subject to how people show up. It's subject to the connection, whatever it might be. You know, sometimes you gel with people, sometimes you don't. Sometimes people love you, sometimes people don't, and vice versa. Again, there's something about reciprocation here. And I feel like this is a massive part of the puzzle, is sometimes not everything's going to land in your lap at all at once. It's a journey. And there's something here that's growing on this journey for you with this Hierophant and the Hermit, and you get to do it day by day. And you know what? Have fun with it. This is very deep, spiritually connected energy. This is not just something that's here and in the physical. This is something that's happening beyond the physical for you with the next thing, person, situation that you're making a judgment call on. This is something quite deep here, okay? With the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands, I feel like someone's coming around to give you a high five or to celebrate with you or to support you and let you know this is good for you. I feel like this is good for you, mum, or this is good for you, dad, or this is good for you, friend, or, you know, someone here with this Page of Wands, someone that really gets you and is really happy for you on this journey. That's the energy I'm getting. Like someone wants to celebrate you here with some new beginning. Someone recognizes you, recognizes your worth. And look, you've got both these energies here. I think you've been hurt before, Pisces, right? People the closest to you know you've been hurt before. And I feel like there's a lot of healing going on here. There's a lot of things opening and awakening. Even if you are in a situation right now that has been challenging, or you're hurt by the way someone is operating, or whatever that could be impacting you. Like I said, our thoughts, our experiences, our subconscious is always trying to protect us or show us or work through something with us, okay? And that can be when we're sleeping. That can be, I think even my brother said today, if you really wanted to look for something and validate it, you can, whether that's positive or negative. It depends which way you look at things, right? And especially if you're online or looking at certain things or researching, you're going to be continuously fed that information, okay? And I think that's just something important to recognize here, because what I do see and what I do notice is that there's a lot around the home front. There's a lot around your stability. There's a whole lot of things about the love of life and love maybe of your life, but something very deep and meaningful here that is... I feel like this biggest smile on my face that you're experiencing. Someone is celebrating you. Whoever this Page of Wands is, it feels very celebratory in support of you. This is not the person that you're necessarily connecting with. I feel like this is someone that's seeing you and your hard work, and you're just a good person, and you haven't done it easy. And yeah, so for some of you, this could be in relation to a child or a family member. There's someone here that's really happy for you. And yeah, some of you too could be coming into a deeper connection with this Ace of Cups, and trying to navigate too how you feel about a situation, maybe there is a relationship that's deepening, that's going further. Maybe you thought it wasn't going to go somewhere. Maybe too, you've been looking at things or working through your past experiences in this current experience, right? But I do feel like there could be a stronger commitment, a deeper commitment, or some realizations for someone around a situation. For some of you, could be blending families. For some of you, could be wanting to build and grow together, create something together, with this Page of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. But wherever this is going, it's going deeper in heart, deeper in soul. It's a day-by-day thing. And I think the biggest gift you can give to yourself is soaking in the day-by-day, okay? Soaking in the day by day and focusing on the beautiful things, focusing on what you want it to be, and I think it's important as well, obviously, not to ignore where you've been. And what I mean by that, naturally, if you've been through hardships, difficulties, someone that may have not done the right thing in the past that has impacted you, these things are naturally going to come up, And I think it's okay through that experience to nurture yourself in that journey and not be hard on yourself. But I think a big part is the self-controlled and the spiritual aspect, that whatever you're going to step into today, and make these decisions, there's a lot of change. There's a lot of evolution happening for you within yourself. And I think as you look at your future and as you step into that more and more, I just feel like it's right now, it's a day at a time, and be okay with being the day at a time. You're allowed to have goals. You're allowed to have future visions of what you want your life to be. But different things can happen on different days that we just have to manage and take care of within ourselves. And I think there's something important here. But you are going to have that special someone in your life that's going to, kind of rock on with you. You might have a ride or die friend, or someone that you connect with each day that just... it's just that confirmation. It's that warmth that you need. And that Page of Wands is really giving me that energy. So it doesn't matter if it's a masculine or feminine, but there's just something good coming in here. There's something good coming in. It might start small, but I think it gives a lot of joy and a lot of confirmation for something new that's arising here on the home front, on your finances, on your stability, and where you're heading. And I really love this for you, Pisces. It's really, really nice. I know you got a lot going on. If you're celebrating your birthday, as we get into... That's before we get into Aries season. Happy birthday. And don't forget to claim. We've got a couple of days left for you to claim, because I'll be closing the private readings, whether they're pre-recorded or with me personally. And yeah, I don't know when I'll be opening them again. I will show up here, obviously, each day, but I don't know when I'll be opening them back up. I've got some really cool projects that I'm working on. And yeah, I just want to give you guys the opportunity right now to get a hold of that. It's birthday love. So I'll catch you later, Pisces. Be kind to yourself. Much love. Bye.